Eating onions will provide you with a compound organosulfur. If you have diabetes, watch this video to the end. Share with anyone that you know that is suffering from diabetes, maybe your friends or your family member, anyone that's having diabetes, just share it to them. So if I am to advise, I would advise any diabetic patient to always take onions. Put onions in your diet because it will help you a lot. Why would I say so? Why is because onions contains a lot of antioxidants. One of them I will mention here is quercetin. Now, quercetin is a flavonoid antioxidant, and its work is to improve the sensitivity of insulin. When you take onions, the quercetin in onions will go and sensitize cells to be very sensitive to insulin. What do I mean by that? I mean that the cells in the body will be very sensitive to insulin, and when they are sensitive to insulin, they will accept the glucose that insulin is sending to them. Thereby, it will reduce the level of glucose in the body cells, and we say that body cells are sensitive to insulin, that is insulin sensitive. Eating onions will provide you with a compound, organosulfur compound. One of the organosulfur compounds is alanine. Now, alanine will enhance the secretion of insulin. How it does that is it goes to protect the cell that produces insulin, that is the pancreatic beta cells. It goes and protects it so that nothing happens to it, and thereby it will start producing more and more insulin. Another compound in onions that is very important is chromium. Now, chromium is a compound that combines, or it works together with what we call the GLUT transporters. That is the transporters, those things that carry the glucose outside the cell and put them into the cell. Example of that, the transporter is GLUT4 transporter. Now, the chromium works with GLUT4 transporter, and two of them will now carry glucose outside the body cell into the body cell, where they now work together. And when they carry glucose from outside the body cell into the body cell, the glucose in the blood now reduces, so the person will not have high glucose level in the bloodstream. Now, the fibers in onions are soluble fibers, and these soluble fibers, they help slow down gastric emptying. And when there is slow gastric emptying, the glucose in the food are now released in bit by bit. Therefore, they are not released in spikes that will cause glucose spike. No, they are released slowly. Finally, the antioxidants in onions helps to fight against inflammation, and also they neutralize free radicals in body cells. Inflammation and free radicals damages body cells, and they can even cause cancer. But with eating onions, those antioxidants in onions will go and neutralize these free radicals and reduce inflammation in body cells. So if you are diabetic, I think you should be a big fan of onions.